All right, one of the common questions that we are commonly asked here at My Best Friend is trimming your dog's nails. Some people may not feel comfortable and will prefer to have us do it, and that's okay. We can schedule technician appointments where we trim their nails. But if you want to learn how to do it yourself, we'll show you briefly here. So Jack here is being a good boy and is our guinea pig for today. We have him on his side right now. Sometimes, usually this is a good position if your pet is comfortable on their side or calm on their side for us to trim nails. If you have a second person, that's excellent. Second person can hold usually these down legs and keep him on his side while we trim up nails. For that, I usually start with the back nails because I get more nervous with the front nails frequently. Jack here has all black nails, so it can be difficult on pets with black nails to be able to see the quick. The quick is the portion of the nail that has living tissue in it. We're trying to cut back just the outer portion of the nail, but not so far back that we hit the quick. So we'll start here with this nail with Jack. I prefer the scissor type clippers. There are other types. There are guillotine clippers, and there are also Dremels or rotary tools that you can use to grind the nails. Usually if your pet's nails are really long or they don't like the noises of the grinders, using clippers or using the clippers first is best. With Jack's nails here, I usually start by pushing up on the paw pad to push the nail up and expose it. If your pet has long hair, you might have to pull that back so you can see the full nail. Here at the tip is where we're going to start by taking a little bit of the nail off. And just like with scissors, we're placing it where we want it to cut and then trimming it back. If your pet is a large dog or has large nails, it can be important to cut oftentimes not necessarily the whole nail all the way across, but then come back and trim at different angles to remove any sharp edges. As you trim back, you will often see that there is a portion kind of toward the bottom and almost a little circular area where the nail looks different. That is when we're getting closer to the quick, especially if it starts to become soft, or you can even use your fingernail to kind of poke that, and oftentimes if they recoil, that means that they can feel it and you're getting closer to the quick as well too. I often like to take the nail and make a trim backwards, kind of cutting the tip off and angling it backwards, so it takes it longer before the nail grows out and needs another trimming. In addition to working on the sides and cutting the whole nail back. And again, we're getting close to that quick where you see more of the white in his case with the black hard nail around it. So we're not going to cut too far into that. Sometimes your pet may not be comfortable on their side, and we may have to do a nail trim while standing. Usually the best way to do that is allow them to be in an area where they can stand comfortably. This is a little bit slick, but what we'll do then is hold up the foot and pull it back just a little bit at a normal angle, and then you do the same thing where you push on the pad, pull the hair back, and start to clip like that. They're often more wiggly in this position, but if they're more comfortable, then it could be easier than on doing it while they're on their side. Iris is going to be an example of a dog here with clear nails. With them, you can often see the quick, which makes it a lot easier to be confident that you're not cutting too far back. In her, we're going to use a nail here as an example. So the quick, again, is the pink fleshy part, and it is the living tissue of the toenail. What If you see there, you can see that this part here, which is more kind of opaque and fuzzy cream colored, that part is the nail that we're going to trim off. You can also see right there is kind of, you can see through the clear part of the nail and see that there's kind of pink tissue underneath or in there. That's the part that we don't want to cut. That is the quick. If you cut it, it will bleed. If that happens, which it happens to all of us when we're trimming nails, so they may react, but usually it's momentarily, and what we'll need to do is make sure that we stop the bleeding. So what we like to use is Quick Stop. It is a styptic powder that will help make sure that the bleeding stops as quickly as possible. It is a fine powder. You can always take a pinch out of this and dab it onto the nail. Hold it there for a moment to keep it from bleeding. Again, when I'm trimming up the nails, I'm pushing on the pad, pulling the hair back, and so I can get good visualization of the nail. I see where her quick is, and I see where this longer point is. That's what we're going to cut off. I'm going to start by making one cut all the way across, and then I'm going to start whittling down smaller cuts until we're getting close to that quick. And here, as I'm getting closer, I can see there's a little bit of a softer area and a little bit of a pink area there at the bottom of the cut part of the nail. We're going to leave that, and now that one's trimmed up.